You start a business for freedom, but somehow end up working 60-hour weeks. Instead of leading your company, you're buried in the weeds. The most effective CEOs use a specific framework to systematically cut their work weeks from 60 hours down to 35 without sacrificing growth. By the end of this video, you are going to identify, document, and permanently delegate one specific low-value task that's been draining your energy. To do this right, pull up a blank document right now. Think about the most annoying, repetitive task you had to deal with this week and keep it in mind. Buying back your time is a deliberate process of removing the low-value friction in your day, clearing the runway so you have the actual space needed to scale your business. Let's start by drawing this T-chart. On the left side, write AI/delegate, and on the right side, write human/keep. The left column is for tasks that are incredibly easy for computers to handle. Think data entry, simple math, calendar coordination, or basic research. Now filter the left side of your list through this drip matrix. It categorizes activities by two metrics: financial value generated and energy drained. Isolate tasks in the delegate quadrant, chores that yield a low financial return but completely drain your energy. Look at your list and find the tasks that fit that description. Now circle exactly one of them. We are going to use this single item for your first delegation experiment. Trying to offload your entire workload at once usually ends in chaos. Starting with one specific task builds the necessary delegation muscle without risking systemic failure. Once you have your task, remember the cardinal rule of scaling. You must never hand off a process that you haven't thoroughly documented yourself. It's tempting to buy a new software tool and hope it fixes the problem, but applying automation to a broken system will only cause it to fail faster. Instead, use the Wizard of Oz rule. Before anyone else touches it, you need to execute the process manually from start to finish. To document it, use the camcorder method. Turn on your screen recording software and simply talk through the workflow. Narrate every single click, copy, paste, and decision out loud as you do it. Next, take that raw audio recording and run it through an AI summarizer. The tool will convert your spoken thoughts directly into a structured, step-by-step text checklist. You now have a clear set of instructions. This manual playbook is the mandatory foundation needed before successfully handing work to someone else. A list of steps tells someone how to do the job, but it doesn't tell them when the job is actually finished. To fix that, open your playbook and add a bold heading at the bottom, definition of done, followed by a single clear success metric. For example, your metric might be, a perfectly formatted PDF report is in my inbox by 9 a.m. every Friday. Now, transfer the work using the replacement ladder. You've completed the first two steps, identify and playbook. Next is train. Watch your assistant execute the playbook. Finally, climb. Step away and let the system run. The urge to control every detail is like this tightly wound spring. If you keep holding on to the tension by micromanaging, the system will snap. You have to release the tension. Trusting your definition of done is what severs your tie to the task and permanently returns lost hours to your week. By completing this process, you have successfully built an independent system and bought back a block of your weekly time. But there is a trap here. If you aren't careful, those newly freed hours will immediately fill up with more low-level busy work. To protect your schedule, look at your digital calendar. Where you used to have hours blocked out for chores like data entry, you need to intentionally replace them with high-leverage activities like strategy and vision. Right now, take the 2 hours you just saved and block them off for a big rock. Schedule time for product innovation, team coaching, or even just taking a Friday afternoon off. Mastering this process isn't a one-time event. Continuously repeating this loop of auditing, documenting, and delegating is the difference between running a business that owns you and building a business you can actually scale.